I'm sure they have so many artificial flavors that they are illegal. Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video. My name is Montana and I was an exchange student in Germany last year. Now I'm studying German and business at the University of Virginia, but I still make these videos on German versus American culture. Today's video topic is American brands and products that are super duper popular in the US but very hard to get in Germany. So I noticed when I was studying abroad that there were some products that I really missed, whether it be food or clothing, that just are not popular in Germany or maybe not offered at all. And some of them I actually brought over, had my parents bring over to show my host family. So the first one that I have that I think most people will kind of have heard about if you are German is root beer. Root beer is this soda in the United States. The most famous brand I think is Barq's root beer, but we've kind of taken root beer, this soda drink, and made it into a flavor for snow cones, ice cream, candies, like hard candies. It's not offered really in Germany. It's kind of hard to get. I'm sure that you could find it somewhere, but just not as common as in the US. And root beer floats are very, very American. It's when you mix vanilla ice cream and you pour root beer on top. They're so, so delicious. Oh my gosh, I would kill for those. Another thing that is super popular in the US and not in Germany at all is White Claw, which is this alcoholic drink. It's a spiked seltzer, and in the United States that's kind of the big trend, like the big wave recently, because they claim to be healthier and they're like 100 calories, but basically in Germany they don't have those at all, I don't believe. Maybe it's becoming more popular because I was there a whole year ago, so maybe my knowledge is becoming out to date. If any of these items you guys do have in Germany a lot, then please write that down below and I will apologize for such, but I've kind of researched them, so hopefully I'm right for most of them. The next one is another soda brand, and that is Mountain Dew. I personally do not like Mountain Dew. It's just neon green, tastes bleh. I do not like it. I never order Mountain Dew. However, I know that it's not offered in Germany as much. In the US you can get it at basically any fast food restaurant, and it's kind of like a Sprite, but super duper caffeinated, so it gets you really hyper. My mom would never ever let us get Mountain Dew because it's just super duper unhealthy. Not like Sprite or Coke is any better. Another brand that I noticed was not in Germany, which makes a lot of sense when you hear the name, but it is American Eagle. American Eagle is one of the biggest clothing brands in the US for teens, really, and they sell girls' clothes and boys' clothes all across the US. It's very on-trend clothing, but they also have items that say American Eagle. Honestly, it's like Hollister and Abercrombie, which they do have in Germany, so I'm not sure why American Eagle isn't there. However, that is where I used to shop a lot before moving to Germany. After Germany, I kind of thrift more, and I do a lot of online consignment like Mercari, or I use Kleiderkreisel a lot in Germany, which is so much better than in the US. Oh, I miss Kleiderkreisel. So yeah, that was another one. And then my fifth one, I think we're on to the fifth one, is Free People. So Free People, I can insert some photos of their style. It's very bohemian, kind of similar to Urban Outfitters, but not really, and that is a super popular brand in the United States. It's more expensive, so I didn't shop there that much, but they give you these really cute free bags with your purchase, and I use those all the time just as reusable bags now. I don't think I noticed any of them. A lot of times they had American clothing stores in the bigger cities, like in Munich, Frankfurt, I'm sure Berlin. So you could find some American stores, but for example, Urban Outfitters was not everywhere, is not as big, and there's a lot of German fashion stores that were bigger. So the next one that I have is more of a product, and it's 5-star notebooks. They look like this. Here, wait, I have one. They look like this, and maybe it's in Germany. I really don't think it is though. Sorry, this is a class that I had. But they're small. This one is much smaller, and in Germany the paper size is actually different. So 5-star is very American, and they make American sized notebooks, versus in Germany their notebooks were actually bigger than in the US, and I think the line spacing was a bit bigger, but sometimes you could just get grid paper, which was weird too. I don't know. That's a whole different topic. These I did miss a lot, and they're just a super good brand. This can kind of be expensive in the US, but their brands actually last long, so I would always buy 5-star, and I still buy it for my college courses too. So I use one notebook per college course. The next one that is not in Germany but once was Walmart. I actually made a vlog. I'll link it if anyone's interested. It was me touring a Walmart in America, but in German. Walmart actually was once in Germany. It's a huge, huge chain department store in America, and also more than America. It's spread out all across the world, but its values and the way the store works is very different than German values. So it failed entirely in Germany, which is super interesting. I think there's a Vox video or some video about how poorly Walmart did in Germany, which was insane because it was the first country where they came to and didn't do that well. Target is a big chain retailer like Walmart, but a bit nicer, and they also sell nice clothing. Target has their own brands of clothing within Target. I don't think there are any Targets in Germany. I'm not sure if there are any Targets in Europe. This isn't really a brand. Well, the brand is Toll House cookie dough, but one thing that I noticed there is not much of in Germany is frozen cookie dough. When I told my host sister about frozen cookie dough, she actually scoffed and was like, ugh, how could Americans do that? But it's just so easy, and they have it in Germany. They do have frozen cookie dough where you just get it's frozen and kind of pre-cut, and then you just put them on a tray, but they don't have as many options. In America we have so much like pre-cut kind of gross frozen food, but it tastes good, I promise. So Toll House cookie dough is just one of the largest brands that makes different flavors of these frozen cookies. That is one thing that I noticed there wasn't much of in Germany, because people just make it all by scratch, and it's so yummy. It's so much yummier than in the US. Last two are Slim Jims, which are these big beef sticks that are so unhealthy. They're not good. They're not delicious either. They're just American. And then the other one is Cheetos. Cheetos are those bright orange chips, not really chips, but snacks. And neither of them are common in Germany. I'm sure they have so many artificial flavors that they are illegal. I saw Cheetos once at this kind of American grocery store, but they had to cover up the label for some reason. Like I said, you can probably find some of these items in Germany. They're just not that common. And I would not suggest trying a Slim Jim. I brought some for my German host family to try, and they thought that they were the grossest things in the entire world. So maybe would not suggest trying a Slim Jim. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you learned one new American product or brand. If not, hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. Bleib gesund und tschüss!